Hey, it's Conor Cunneen. IrishmanSpeaks here, offering you some simple tips, tricks, and techniques on adding humor to your presentation.
I'm delighted to be with you today. I'm talking about adding humor to your presentation. Now, the idea here behind what we'll be covering today is that you don't have to be funny to be funny, which surprises people. But what we will see as we're working through this is that if you capture the humor that you see around you on a daily basis, or that you hear around you on a daily basis, put it into some kind of a repository or into some kind of a file, you don't know when you will use it, but at some time, somewhere, someplace. So listen, capture and record. Now here's one. I was in Chicago last summer. Advertising is really critical. What this sign actually reads is, this is a panhandler. I was walking by him and the sign reads, "Need money for a hooker."
He's honest.
He's honest, yeah. I walked by him and I said, did I read that properly? I read it properly. I dropped the guy more than $1, I tell you, because that guy's a millionaire, I reckon. Well, now, where would I use that, apart from showing you about capturing humor? But if, for instance, I'm speaking to a marketing or sales group, I'm talking about the importance of having catchy headlines and being able to connect well and immediately with your audience, that is a no-brainer. The basic idea I want to get across here is that we're not talking about comedy. We're talking about humor to reinforce key points that you are making to your audience. And we've got different ways to reinforce our material. Each of us does things differently, but one of the really good ways to connect with your audience, to get them to appreciate you better, is if a few times during your presentation, you get them smiling, chuckling, or laughing. And when you do that, you're going to get them connected better with you. You're going to have them pay more attention to you, all because you put a smile on their face. And what I'm talking about here is not having a comedy session. So if you're doing a 45-minute or 55-minute presentation, if 3, 4, or 5 times in that presentation, you put a smile on your audience's face, that is enough for them to leave the presentation saying, wow, that was a good presentation, which I'm sure it is, but it was also humorous and kept me in. What I also do believe, though, is that everyone here in this room can find some reason to compliment someone. I mean, you could come out with something like, wow, your hair doesn't look as bad as it did yesterday. That kind of thing will work. But everyone here, though, can work on the compliment acronym. So number 1 in chaps is compliment. I will compliment one person when I get into work.